Gastronaut. I guess as long as you don't slow me, I can always kind of get away from you in my my own time. So keeping that in mind, we should probably take this fight. Yikes. You okay, Gastronaut? Come on, you can do it, buddy. Yeah. Right this way. Come on, I believe in you. We'll just keep threading your pathway to us with a bunch of mines and explosions of all sorts of flavors here. And there we go. That does indeed do the trick. So that is fantastic. Holy moly, a +2 hat on you, hey? My friend. Oh, and our first Hydra as well. Luckily only 4 heads. I mean, regardless, we again kind of have the tools at our disposal to take care of a Hydra, so nothing too out of the ordinary there. I also guess this +2 hat is equivalent to what we're currently wearing. Probably looks a little better too. Yeah, don't I like the little feather-brimmed cat? Or hat, rather. Feather-brimmed cat's probably also fine, I just don't know any personally. And Melii are a little bit of a potential problem here, but not so much as long as we can take care of them in advance of too much smite coming our way. Fantastic. Hey Brain, how's it going? Hope you've had a fantastic week. Always lovely to see you, of course. And that should just about do it for this level of lair. Not too shabby, all things considered. Holy moly. Right, I guess Blade Hands was still our last spell we got. We will be getting one at level 15 right away here. So I'm kind of crossing my fingers that we'll get something that kind of really makes a difference on that front. Gives us some direction as to where this run will be going in the future. So I just spam the ever-living crap out of IMB while staying on the stairwell. And it just works. Here where it gets a little more annoying, my foreign friend. If you'd like to come right this way, please, and thank you. Yikes, yikes, yikes. What else can I do for you, my friend? That should just about do it. Perfect. Cattle Pleb is taken care of. Not too shabby at the end of the day here. In fact, let's, head back to our stairwells. We start to get a little bit more surrounded. You can definitely tell that we made some noise here. DJ aims on the 1s and 2s. You know, I didn't even clock that it could also be taken that way, but I love it. DJ Amise, my favorite friendly French musician. For all my pseudo-French speakers out there, which I'm not really one. I know such little French, but hey, growing up in Canada has its perks. Which, you know, I say pretty flippantly, and it is by and large true. Most schools have French required in, like, I think junior highs generally, where that is seen most often outside of French immersion. But I recently was talking to my partner about this, and they know absolutely, like, zero French, nothing at all. And I think that it gets them into trouble when they're talking to other people, because everyone in Canada kind of assumes that most of us don't really speak French, in Western Canada I should say, but there's a bit of an understanding that you probably at least took that rudimentary French teaching in your schooling, so you have some vague, shadowy recollection of the language, but not always the case. But okie dokie, hitting our skill caps again. Oh man. Where do we wish to go for or from here now? Again, evocations doesn't make a lot of sense. Yikes. Don't have a lot going for me besides, what, like, do I just turn on fighting again? Is that my life from now until eternity? I'm gonna keep setting caps for it just so I'm reminded to reevaluate my life and the choices therein. But I don't really see us changing too much. It's not in the near future, but that's fine. And yeah, we'll duel from afar. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is a cool little vault area. Demon Blade Leech and the Majin Bow. Interesting. I mean, Spell Vamp is awesome. Every time its wielder casts a spell, she will redirect the life essence of creatures damaged by the spell to the caster. Isn't that incredible? Am I missing some critical bit here that's going to make this backfire? I guess we give up a tiny portion of our life essence. That should be fine. I think I will be taking you, Majin Bow. Demon Blade Leech is always pretty sweet. I like the Ever Vamp a lot. It's really fun, but hey. Probably leave that by the wayside. Maybe I'll pick it up for now. We can carry it around. But its wielder spell cost health as well as magical power. Does that make my spells cast more health? Or are we already locked in here? Like, if I do this. It might double the cost of spells. I think it does. Or maybe not quite double, because I think IMB might have just taken away 4, or potentially I just healed up at the same time. Interesting. Well, we'll see where the calculus works out on this in just a moment. Will I come out ahead? Definitely if I'm in like big groups of people doing AoE spells, I feel like that's going to be huge heals. But I'm not sure. This is all breaking new ground for me. New territory for sure. Okie dokie. Well, where do we wish to go now? Oh, double cost at least makes an interesting decision. No kidding. We'll have to, again, yeah, work out how the calculus of our life works in or against our favor here. But for the time being, so we can head down to Lair 5, kind of take a peek and see if it's at all feasible for us to begin our journey there. Alternatively, heading back out to either regular dungeon or the start of Orc. Probably fairly feasible in its own right. 60% of the way to the next level, in which we'll be getting some new, or a new spell. Let's check out Lair 5. Well, that's interesting. I guess we're done Lair 5. Huh. Well, my four-headed friend will definitely just be blasting you kiddos away. And yeah, it looks like if I'm hitting 2 enemies with IMB, it's self-sufficient. So that's pretty wild. I do like that a lot. Majin Bow might be the single greatest thing that's ever happened to our genies. Majin Bow cheats activated, it looks like, no kidding. Again, we'll have to be careful that I don't kind of forget how much more expensive our spells are to cast, but initial thoughts, ridiculously powerful. Let's head to work. I mean, generally this is where I'm going to get myself killed before I get the chance to truly experience the real power of our new find. But one can dream, one can hope that that will not be the case, and the May will be a little bit more good to go here. Looks like I can infinitely magic dart at least without any concerns, so that is lovely. And otherwise we'll kind of let enemies walk up to us so that we can blast them away. Oh my gosh. This is gonna backfire at some point, I'm sure. I'm not gonna realize that we're about to take absurd amounts of damage and it's gonna screw us, but for the time being, yeah, Dan Brandy, exactly. I do feel like this is definitely feeling like cheating here. Just infinite IMBs. So nothing that deals melee damage can ever touch us again. You know, maybe. Again, we'll see if it actually goes that smoothly in practice. It does give an interesting question of, do I even care about having regen? Or do I switch out to, ooh, like cold resistance would probably be good just to offset the vulnerability we have there. I was thinking willpower initially, and you know, there's still decent odds that I do end up taking that path. Yeah, you know, I'm never going to find the rogue manually, so let's just shortcut that. Yeah, and let's pick up that bad boy as well. Holy moly. Alright, friends, come one, come all, please, and thank you. Don't mind me. Oh, see, there we go, an enemy with a ranged weapon. If they ever stood a chance, that was it. Unfortunately, I don't feel like they took it quite as far as they should have, and so here we are. Holy moly. Oh my gosh, the fly. The fly's back. I want to reach out and grab it, but I don't think I can. Let's just ignore it for now, Torinski. Don't worry about it. Their day will come. But okay, let's, I guess before I forget, burn through all of our IDs here just to give us the best chances at survival moving forward. Fantastic. Oh, see, and yeah, again, enemies with arbalists. They're countering me. They're learning. Oh no. And I might actually get myself screwed over here if I'm not careful, so let's be a little bit cautious. Oh, what am I? Yeah, this buddy can't even be blasted back. Oh no. Okay, slow down, Torinski. 28 damage on that son of a gun. Fortunately, they do get the firing lane on us as well. I was hoping we could kind of avoid that as much as possible. What the heck? Oh, there we go. You just ducked into a corner. Fair enough. Oh, can you stop shooting me? I keep thinking we're kind of out of range of that son of a gun. Unfortunately, not really the case. At least now they're at max range, so we're safe to walk over. And then 27 in venom, plus a shot from your other friend. Can I die if I head upstairs? Where did I pick up the staff? It was in like a bespoke vault area in Lair. It had the Demon Blade Leech and Magic Bow. So it definitely seemed like a bit of a combo deal going on. I want to just head up. Because I'm concerned that if I keep walking around and ring around the rosy, I'm going to get myself killed in some stupid fashion. But I could just die trying to walk up, couldn't I? Blink, why risk it? True. The question is, where do I blink? Because we're surrounded by a bit more uncertainty than I would like. I mean, one option is that we could actually just blink to that son of a gun. Stop them from dealing range damage and see if we can kill them. Yeah, you son of a gun. One moment. So I take care of tiny little dead fruit fly. Nothing gets by us here. Okay, well, with that as a sign of the good fortune to come here, if I do blink, I guess the alternative would be to fear. Quiver. this, and let's double check that. 97% chance. I'll take that bet. And that way we save the blinks for the future here. Always the chance that we will need them as well, obviously. But we're gonna hold on hope for a hero and just blast these sons of guns. Holy moly. Oh my gosh, now they're all summoning with Arbalists. They've learned from their mistakes. Where the regen? You're talking about the armor? I probably should. I decided to switch off it just because as long as we're deep in combat, we out-healed our expenditures. And so I'm more so worried about some random cold damage catching me off guard and ruining my life. But, you know, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I think there's an argument to be made either way. Let's put on that cloak right away here. And perfect. And then we go back to cheesing the system. Please no more Arbalists. Please and thank you. And everything else we should basically be able to handle with our eyes closed here. Now, what I'm really hoping for is a regen amulet. Regen amulet would do us quite nicely, if you could be so kind, DCSS, but again, we got ridiculously lucky finding the Majin Bow, so let's maybe not go too far and above in our asking price here, and just be happy with what we've got. Oh, hello, Nergal. I'm probably decently okay fighting you. Oh, yeah, you're dead. So completely okay is actually what we were going for there. Does look like all of our first floor kind of sections are going to be tiny little baby buddies. But that is fine. A bunch of melee ogres is exactly what the doctor ordered. Thank you. That is perfect. And immediately get shafted down. Not a lot of good that does you, dungeon, but you know, to each their own and all that good stuff. And okay, Cyclops, you have ranged. I could definitely get myself killed here if I'm not careful. Is what a silly person may say, because instead, just absolutely rock their world. Holy moly. Jesus, you are aggressive, no kidding. I think this run has given me a severe false sense of security. We've been able to get away with being super aggressive, and so now I'm just like, oh, I'll heal through anything. Why worry? You know, just the pure embodiment of hubris here coming into play. I'm sure eventually we'll find a situation that scares us off enough to start being a little bit more careful with our thoughts and feelings in life, but that is a problem for future me. For the time being, I am just gonna keep blasting my way as one does. Fantastic. And nothing we can't handle here. I do have to be careful of whenever our IMB is not going to blast someone in a way that will knock them back far enough to not be a danger to us, themselves, or others. But, you know, as long as we can manage that, we shall be just fine. I'm gonna keep just putting down prisms in the back row to get the boulder beetle. And that should be perfect. Thank you kindly. Holy moly. Well, back into the regular dungeon. We're starting to realize that we can't necessarily spam as much as we have been. I got used to fighting groups of enemies where we'd always heal up as much as we spent. Doesn't look to be quite as consistent in the kind of real world application here. But hey, still not too shabby, all things considered. Can't really complain. And I think we'll be fine in the short term, as long as I don't do anything too stupid. Which, you know, no promises. We've been in this boat before, and we have made terrible decisions. kill our unseen horror friend, and kind of just juggle our boulder beetle as they keep trying to roll towards us. That's the only time I've seen it work quite that well, where we keep them in a rolling state and just shove them back at every given opportunity. Do really like that.